grandma's house. That can be, I'm going to grandma's house. Now I'm gonna put it in here. I'm going to grandma's house. All right. Grandma's house at 2 p.m. Okay, at 2 p.m. It's up to you. You can add up some time, some date, what else? Saying that it'll happen tomorrow, later. You can add those things in your sentence. At 2 p.m., at 3 p.m., in the evening, tonight, in the morning, tomorrow. You can do that, all right, to indicate that something will happen in the future. Is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, so again, we have here the auxiliary verb going, because we are telling that we will go later. All right, so now let us
Yes.
continue. Do you have some questions so far?
No.
Okay. All right. So can you please read this one?
What?
Read.
Don't worry. I'm going to pay for the coffee.
Okay. Don't worry. I'm going to pay for the coffee. All right. So it means that the speaker will pay for it later, or let's say sooner, in just a few minutes. The speaker will pay for it. All right. So how about this one?
I am going to drive to work tomorrow. If you want a ride.
Okay, all right. If you want a ride. So there we have it. I'm going to drive to work tomorrow if you want a ride. So we have here again the auxiliary verbs going, all right? Going. And we have here the what? Indication that the action will happen tomorrow, or will happen later, will happen next year, in 2 years, by the next 2 months, 3 months, it will happen. All right. So right after knowing future simple tense, we also have future continuous tense. Okay. So for example, we have here this one. All right. I will walk to work. Let us have the future simple tense. All right. Teacher will just put it in here. I'm gonna make it slow so that the handwriting is not that messy. Future simple. Okay. Simple and then tense. Now we have an example like, oh, sorry for that. I will walk to work. I will walk, okay, to work. Now, we have here, remember, future simple tense, but we also have, okay, we also have this one, the future continuous tense. Okay, so I'm gonna put it in here. Future, all right, future continuous there we go, tense. Okay, now we have here the first one, number 1, future simple tense, and then number 2, future continuous tense. And let us put up some line. Let us divide them so it's not that confusing. There we go. All right, we are going to divide them. Okay, let us go back in here. Now we have here future continuous tense. Now, the reason why it says that it's continuous Okay, it is because it is uh, continuously continuously happening. Okay, it is continuously it'll continue no, it's continuously happening in the future. It will continuously happen. All right, continuously happen. There we go. Now let us have this one. For example, can you please read the definition?
Continue,
the
continue,
future the future
the future, continuous,
continuous
continuous tense,
continuous
where I can see
this one, continuous.
continuous.
Okay, very good.
The future continuous tense, also known as the future progressive, is used to describe an unfinished
Unfinished.
action occurring in the future. The action can either begin in the future or it can already be in progress in the present and continue into the future. You can also use the future continuous
Yes, very good. That is
and
correct.
to make predictions
Okay.
about an action you think will still be happening in the future.
Okay. All right. So again, the future continuous tense, we are going to translate it so that we can understand them. All right, so there we go. Let's make it big first. So in this part, we have here the future continuous tense. All right, so it is described, used to describe unfinished actions that is, occurring in the future or that will happen in the future. This action can either begin in the future or it can already be in progress and present and continue to the future. Okay? So let's have an example. But before that, I'm gonna get this one again and put it in our chat box. Okay, there we go. So now let us start. Okay, for example, in this part, we are going to form the future continuous, but we are going to use not just this, okay, but also the present participle, okay, of the main verb. For example, I will be running 10 miles tomorrow. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you the other one. The present participle is it's happening right now. For example, it usually has an ing or gerund at the end of the word. Okay, buying, we have ing. Paying, okay, paying. All right, for example, paying. What else? Listen, just add ing. Listening. uh Talk, it'll become what? Talk.
Talking,
Okay, very good, it'll become talking. What else? Play, it'll become,
playing,
okay, very good, it'll become playing. What else? Think of a verb. Action, think of a verb. Any action.
and swimming,
Okay, swimming, very good, that is a verb. And then what are we doing when we are in the kitchen? What are we doing?
cooking,
Yes, very good. That is correct. We also have cooking. And what if teacher will? What is that?
teaching, talking,
S-
saying,
See. Okay,
singing.
singing. Yes, very good. Singing. So these are examples of present participle. Okay, present participle. Okay, actually, it's confusing. It's getting a little harder right now. It's present participle, meaning the action is happening right now. Buying, I am buying. I am talking right now. You are listening right now. Okay, so now let us start in
Yes,
here. Let us go back. Now, here in this part, it says that we are going to connect auxiliary verbs, okay? Auxiliary verbs to the present participle. Now, in order to form future continuous tense, because remember, we are talking about continuously happening action or continuously let's say, or the action is continuously happening, okay, or occurring.
okay.
For example, I will be running 10 miles tomorrow. We have here the auxiliary verbs, okay, will be. Where is the present participle?
What?
Where is the
Running.
Okay, very good. Running, okay, because it's present, okay? It seems like it is happening, but in the future. Is it clear?
Yes.
Or do you want me to repeat? Just tell teacher if you have some questions, okay? So I'll be running 10 miles tomorrow. Now let us go back in here. Let us go back in here. Now, as you can remember, in the future, no, what's happening? Wait. Okay, there we go. So as you can remember, in the future simple tense, we have I will walk to work. Okay? So in the future continuous tense, it'll become what? I will be it'll become what? I will be
I will be close.
this one.
I will be.
This one, look at here. We are going to use
I will
this.
be walking to work.
Okay, very good because it is future continuous tense. I will be walking to work. Okay, very good. Walking, and I'm gonna put it in here. Walking to work. So, teacher has a question. Where are those auxiliary verbs? Auxiliary verbs.
Will.
What
Will.
else?
Will
What
be.
else? Will be. Very good. So we have the auxiliary verbs will be. Where is the present participle?
Walking.
Okay, walking. All right. So the only thing that you have to remember, the only thing that you have to remember to find where is the present participle is by just looking uh gerund, okay, or is by just looking the gerund of the verb, okay, and we can have that as ing, like walking, cycling. What else do we have to say?
Riding.
What is it?
Riding.
Okay, very good. That is correct. Riding. Yes, because it has ing. We can say, I'll be riding tomorrow, let's say at 8 a.m. That can be because it is in the future. It will happen tomorrow. But you know that it'll continuously happen. That's why we use present participle. Is it clear now?
Yes.
Okay, so let us go back in here. For example, I'll be running. Wait, I'm just gonna get something. I'll be running 10 miles tomorrow. And again, this is the auxiliary verbs and the present participle. Actually, this one is a kind of verb too, right?
Yes.
Because it's an action. But we are just going to assume it as present participle for us not to get confused. Okay, so I'm gonna copy this one again, and then have I already put this one in our chat box or not
Okay.
yet? Oh yeah, not yet. So it's better to copy this one. Okay, there we go. Now, again, let us go back. Okay, let us go back. For example, we use this one. We assume. Okay, we assume. We assume to call it as present participle, knowing that it's a verb too, knowing that that it's a kind of verb too, an action word, right? So, for example,
Yes.
running, playing, for us not to get confused, not to get confused. So there we go. Present participle, playing, dancing, swimming, riding, cooking, listening. What else? Talking. Mm, what else do we have in here? So fixing.
Sleeping.
What is it?
Sleep.
Yes, very good. That is correct. Sleeping. So you can also say, I'll be sleeping at 8 p.m. That can be. Okay? I'll be sleeping at 8
Okay.
p.m. later. You can say that. You can talk about time, add dates, add future dates. Okay, future mm, dates. What else? Um, tell a specific day. Specific day. Oh, sorry. Tell a specific day in the future. In order to make your sentence, understandable. Since you would like to be understood about what you are saying. So there we go. All right. There you have it. I'll be sleeping at 8 p.m. later. You can talk about time. Add future dates tomorrow in the evening, on Saturday, this coming Saturday, this coming Sunday. All right. So, again, when we talk about future continuous tense, you can find auxiliary verbs and present participle, which is these. Always has ing. Remember that. Running, buying, sleeping, going, consuming, always ing. Okay? But don't get confused that the word going, remember, it's always an auxiliary verb. Okay? Going, auxiliary verb, going, auxiliary verb. All right, this one is the present participle, or the one that we can also say as the action word. It tells action. All right, is it clear?
Yes.
Okay, now I would like you to read these examples.
This is your captain speaking. The planes will be landing in 10 minutes.
Okay,
We
all
are
right. Okay, wait for a while. All right. So, for example, this one. So, for us to clearly understand what is being said. So, again, in this part, as you can see, this is your captain speaking. The plane will be landing in 10 minutes. Now, I would like to ask you, where are those auxiliary verbs? Auxiliary verbs. Okay, so
speaking.
Let us go back in here. Is
It's
it
not
in?
have been.
So there. So remember the auxiliary verbs. We have going, will be going, right? Only three. Going, will be
Yes.
going. All right. So where are those auxiliary verbs?
Will be.
Okay, very good. Will be. All right. Don't forget. Okay, will be. That's really great. So how about the present participle or the action word?
The action word landing.
Okay, landing or present participle. This one, right? Present participle or the action. Okay, but then assume it as present participle because it always has ing. Okay, so the next example.
We are going to be buying our house soon.
Okay, we are going to be buying our house soon. So, for example, where are those auxiliary verbs? Read it carefully.
Hmm. But no, going,
Auxiliary, going, and what else?
going to, going to be.
Okay, going to be. All right, so those are auxiliary verbs. Okay, so actually, when it comes to auxiliary verbs, okay, that is correct. But now, where is the present participle?
Buying.
Okay, buying. Very good. You already know it. So, can you give teacher an example? So, we have here some of examples again. So, can you give me one?
Um, mm, I will,
Start with saying I'll be.
I, I'll be going to school tomorrow.
Wow. Okay, very good. That is correct. I'll be going to school tomorrow. Very good. That is correct. Because will be is the auxiliary verbs. And then I'll be going to school. Oh, wait. I'll be going. Okay, let us put it in here. All right. So there we go. I'll be going to school tomorrow. Wait. Going to school tomorrow. Yes, that is correct. I'm going to put it in here. I'll be going to school tomorrow. Okay, that is correct. All right. Way to go. So another, let us have here the next one. And they will be sleeping by the time we return home. So where is the auxiliary verb in here?
Dia, be,
Okay. Okay, will be. All right, very good. Will be. Only those will be. And the present participle.
sleeping.
Okay, sleeping. All right, so remember, in auxiliary verbs, we only have how many? So remember, in auxiliary verbs, okay, auxiliary verbs, we have how do I say this? We only have will and then be going. All right, remember that, be going or be going to. All right, those are auxiliary verbs. And remember that in present participle, we always have ing at the end of the word. Playing, riding, cycling, listening, talking, yeah, and so on and so forth. So that is correct. Way to go. So how about this one? Can you read it?
In 10 years, people are going to be consuming even more natural resources.
Okay, resources.
Yes, yes,
Okay,
got
very
that.
good. Resources. So I'm going to be putting it in here. So in 10 years, people are going to be consuming even more natural resources. So we have here the, how do you call this one?
A
Auxil, auxil,
auxiliary
yes, very good. Auxiliary verbs. And of course, where is the present participle?
consuming.
Consuming, yes, this one is the present participle. Okay, so let us have another example. I'm going to give you some example, okay? And then by next time, we
Okay.
are going to talk about future perfect continuous tense. We have another two future tenses in here. Future perfect tense and future perfect continuous tense. It's long. So let us have this one first. Okay, so in 10 years, people are going to be consuming even more natural resources. Okay, so we can say that my mother will be cooking. Okay, that can be. So we can put it in here. My mother will be cooking delicious, let's say, delicious food. Let us put it in here. My, or let's say, my mom will be cooking, let's say, food or dish tonight. Okay, tonight. All right. So can you read that? My mom will be cooking dish tonight. Can you read?
My mom will be cooking this tonight.
All right. So it's still in the future, right? It tells that it
Yes.
will happen later. So where is the auxiliary verbs?
Auxiliary verb is will be
Okay, very good. Will be. And then the present participle.
cooking.
Okay, it always has ing at the end of the word. Okay, so
Mhm.
can you give teacher an example where we have will be plus cooking, no, no, no. Will be plus present participle. You can think of it. Will be plus present participle. Can you think of a sentence? Present participle. Okay. Participle. Present participle. Okay. So can you think?
Mm,
Okay, I'll turn off my camera so that you can think.
I will be take vaccine next week.
I will be what? I will be
Take vaccine.
take. What is it? Can you type it? It's not clear. Can you
Take
type it in
vaccine.
here? Okay, go. I will be. Remember the present participle, okay? ing. Remember that. I will be.
Oh my god.
Oh, okay. I will be. It'll become what?
I will be taking vaccine
Okay, very
next
good.
week.
That is correct. I will be taking my first dose of vaccine. That can be. Or I will be taking my vaccine next week. That is correct. Because where is the auxiliary verbs that we have? We have auxiliary verbs.
Will
Okay, very good. Will be. And then the present participle.
be taking.
Okay, taking. I'll be taking my vaccine next week. That is correct. Yay, very good. Are you gonna take your vaccine next week?
No.
No, I thought you'll be having your vaccine. So it's a good thing that you already know how to construct correct, and I'm amazed with that. So teacher would like to say, yeah, it's a good thing that you already know how to construct uh, construct sentences using, okay, wait for me, sentences using future tense and future continuous. Okay, continuous, okay, wait for me, I o u o u o us. Okay, continuous tense. Okay, very good, that is really nice. So this one, okay, oh, okay, so is it correct in your
Yeah.
language,
Yes.
Vietnam? Okay,
That is it.
future continuous tense, and I love it very much. Yes, so I think you don't have any more questions in here, right?
Yes.
Okay, and we will be talking this one, I mean, the next two more topics about future tense by next time. Okay, so
Okay.
is it hard? Is it hard for you or just exact?
No,
Is,
I like it.
you like it? Wow. I think it is because I think it is because you love English. Is English
Yes.
your favorite subject?
Yes.
Wow. Okay, we are the same. You know what? When I was a kid, like in preschool, during my preschool days, I always loved to, talk in English. And then my teacher, when we were having face-to-face classes, my teacher used to call me, and then my teacher said, "Come here." No, no, no. Come here in front, grab something, grab some of your favorite thing, and then describe it. So that was the first time. That was the first time I was challenged. That was the first time I was challenged. Okay. Time I was challenged to speak up in English. I'm only I'm only 7 years old. That time,
Wow.
yes. And then for example, what is it? It is pointed. It is pointed. So let's have this as an example. So actually it's a clip that we use to, to clip our hair. But for example, this one, I described it like, this one, it's pointed. That way I used to say it like that, and then my classmates were like, they are watching because you have to speak up in English. So that's what it is. Yeah, I just shared. Okay, so mean, and that's all for this day. Um, actually, teacher is very happy that you are learning from me. So can you rate it? Can you rate it from 1 to
Yeah.
10? Okay, 10 being the
Wow.
highest. Okay. How was my teaching style? How was my teaching style? 10
I
being the
think you are
highest.
10. You
Wow.
10
Is it true?
because your voice
Oh.
is good, and you teach me. I can understand. It's so
Oh.
easy.
Okay. All right. So that's that's really kind of relaxing to know. It's unexpected. All right. So thank you so much for that. That's it for this day, and I hope that I answered your request.
Yes.
Right. Okay. So thank you. And we will continue this one in our next meeting. Okay. Probably tomorrow. Thank you so much, Min Ann, and have a nice day. Bye. Thank you. Okay. Have a
Goodbye.
nice day.